Yes, gentlemen, welcome to Escaping the System question and answer section with Miles Lawson.
All right, still on it. So, what do you think about school? Do you think school is a scam?
Yeah, that's a question that most people have asked me, and we've deliberated long enough on this matter, and most people don't seem to get it. That the schooling system now is not designed to help you, it's not designed to make you productive, it's not designed to make you relevant. You might think it does on paper. Yes, it does on paper. The idea is fantastic on paper. But in reality, you will discover that you were just made to become a slave. They were just training you, programming you, setting you up for failure, setting you up for slavery. And that's what most people don't understand. When I tell them that, listen, school is a scam. You're not going there to be having knowledge. The knowledge they give to you there is a knowledge that you won't use to do anything. It's a knowledge that is going to make you dependent on the system. So you going there without you finding something that is going to enhance your value or your worth in this world is going there to waste your time. It's going there to waste your energy. It's going there to waste your resources. So you ask me and tell me if school is a scam. And my honest answer is yes, school is a scam. School is a scam. Why are you wasting years of your life when you're supposed to use those years to channel something or discover something about yourself that you can give to the world? Because we're all seeds anyway. So for seeds, we're going to be planted, and our seeds is going to germinate and bear fruit. And these are the fruits that the people of the world will come and pluck from us and eat, which is our values, our gift, our talents, our area of specialization where we can showcase these things. But you go to school and you get taught things that are not in the line or the area of your gifting. So how are you going to succeed? So you just end up a perpetual slave doing the things that you were told. So this is why I think school is a scam.
All right. So, instead of parents or sending their children to school, what would you advise that they should do?
My advice for them is simple. Watch your child. The Bible said, train up a child in the way that he should go, that when he's old, he will not depart from it. So you feed your child with the word of God. You look at your child, you understand his areas of gifting. And how to understand his areas of gifting is if you watch him closely, he's going to showcase them early in his early days as a child. He's going to show you the things that he naturally loves to do. So if you find it early, what you're supposed to do then is just like, the Shaolin monks back in the days, where a child has a gifting in karate or kung fu, whichever way. And the parents or the grandmother, how the story goes. They discover that this child maybe is getting bullied enough in school, people are picking up on him, you know. So they send him to these Shaolin monks, these teachers, to bring out this gifting in him because they've known that the child wants to fight back, but he doesn't have the capacity to fight back because he doesn't know how to channel what's within him, right? And that's what education means. Education is a Latin word. It means to induce, and induce means to draw from within. Because as from within, so without. If you don't have anything without, you can't. If you don't have anything within, you can't give anything without, right? So these are what parents are supposed to do. Find out what your children can do, what they have innately inside of them. When you find it, you discover, you channel it to the right source. This is education. This is the real education. Education does not mean sitting in a fucking classroom, getting told what to when you have to raise up your hand and ask that a fucking question. And if you even look at your lecturer self, they're not fucking smart anyway. Because if they're smart, they're supposed to have an exceptional life. Because your teachers are supposed to be a reflection of what you want. Your lecturers are supposed to be a reflection of what you want, the things you desire. I studied um, estate management, and most of the lecturers that came to class to teach us are not a reflection of what I wanted. And I told my classmate that, hey, listen, look at this lecturer. He's teaching us and we're solving all these things and we're getting billions as answers. Because if you understand real estate, it has to do with monetary value and all. And we're getting billions, millions, all this staggering amount of cash. How come these guys don't have any? How come they want us to pay some certain money and do all of these things? If it is true that we're going to have all of this staggering amount of money which we're learning, how come the people who are teaching it to us don't have any? That question stuck with me. It stuck with me. So every teacher is supposed to be a reflection of what you desire, what you want. So parents, you have to look out for your child, because you're not supposed to actually like send your children to school. At early age, you're sending them for slavery, you're preparing them for slavery. So how do you expect them when they are like 18, 20, 25? Because your foundation is wrong already. You started them on the basis of slavery. School. No time for themselves, no time for their personal development, no time for them to enhance what is already inside of them. And if something is inside of them, you shut it down immediately and tell them that they should pass through the route which you passed, which is through the slavery route, to get into the slave trade. So parents, our advice, you're not going to take me serious. I know I don't care. But those of you that hear me and understand what I'm saying, look out for your children, because God has deposited them into your hand for you to be caretakers, for you to be guardians, for you to see them through. Because your children are not your children, though they come from you, though they come through you, sorry, but they do not come from you. You may give them your love, but you can't give them your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their body, but you can't house their soul, for their soul dwell in the house of tomorrow. So all of these fantastic things that you have planned in your head for them, it's not going to work. Only what will work is what they want to do. It's just like the story of George Frederick Handel. He wanted to be a musician, and his father told him that, son, you're going to be a doctor. And at the end of his days, he did all he could do, passed the doctorate degree, he got, he became a doctor and all. And he took the paper and the certificate and gave to his father and told him that this is what you want. You wanted me to be a doctor, I did it for you. I've wasted my life long enough. Now I want to be a musician. And he ended up becoming one of the best musicians the world has ever known. George Frederick Handel, you can look it up. So parents, stop allowing your children follow the route that school has programmed for them. That route is a route towards slavery. So this is my advice.
Wow, that's good advice right there. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, so how about people that are picking up their jam forms, getting into school, and some that have even finished and are going for their NYSC?
My advice for people getting into school now, picking up that jam form, what I would say to you is that you're signing up for slavery, right? Without you even knowing it. You're signing up for slavery. And why is that? You're signing up to do or master a 4-year course or a 5-year course with a guarantee for you to become an employee, with a guarantee for you to end up as a nobody, with a guarantee for you to end up in the slave route. It's guaranteed. You might have these fantastic ideas, fantastic ambition, fantastic things in your head, that you want to go there and actually cause a revolution and actually make a name for yourself, change things, blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you something. When you go there, you're going to meet people who are better than you. You're going to meet people who do not think exactly the way you think. And you're going to meet forces that are actually going to bind you, constrict you, and make you obey. And when that happens, the cause of that will lead you to bend the knee towards slavery. Because in your head, in your mind, you will consider that there is no other way to actually get out and have or make a living than to follow this slavery route. But now I want to urge and encourage you. It's good that you pick up the jam form. because you want something for yourself. But here's my advice for you. My advice for you is to drop that jam phone. It might sound harsh. Drop the jam phone. Look up, look yourself in the mirror, and ask yourself, why am I here? What am I to do? Those are the questions you need. You don't need any fucking nonsense of all of these things that you're trying to like come up with. You need to look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, why are you here? What are you to do? Those are the questions that is going to actually set you apart from the rest. And once you get your answer, you're going to be moving differently. Right? You're going to be moving differently. You're going to be thinking things that others don't think. You're going to be seeing things that others don't see. Because the system is as the spinning wheel. It's just as somebody eating and food crumbs drops from to your table. You're not going to care about the food crumbs that drops on your table. You're just going to care about the ones that you're eating. So you'll be like the ones that are dropped on the table. You're going to be like the crumbs dropped on the table. The system doesn't care about you. So you have to take your life in your hand and forge it through pain and suffering and endless resentless to make sure that your dreams come alive. You don't need fucking school to do that. All you need is a will to do the things that you want to do. And let me talk to you, all of you that in the slave race. You finish school 4 years, you finish school 5 years. So what are you fucking doing 1 year NYSC? Who told you to do that? Oh, we gotta do it. They say it's compulsory. It's fucking compulsory, right? How compulsory is it? That if you don't do it, you're not eligible to get a job. Yeah, I know. So why is that? It's because you're a slave. It's because they give you any information that they want to give you and they know that you're going to oblige. You're a fucking stupid slave. How can you see that? And when you do the 1 year NYSC, you waste your life, you waste your years. Most of you go to some places and go and die for nothing, trying to please or serve the fatherland. Meanwhile, the fatherland is supposed to serve you. You end up your life in shit. And after the 1 year, many of you will not get what you desire. Many of you will not get what you want. You are like an amputated person. You've wasted your early 20s chasing a dream that you're never going to catch. Chasing something that you're never going to get a hold of. And even if you do, you're still going to be a slave. Because you will never be free. You will never have that geographical location to be free, to do the things that you want to do, to go to the places that you want to go to meet the people that you want to meet. You're bound in this cage. So why not risk it all and do the things that you already love to do? Why not risk it all and do the things that gives you joy, that innately, that you pursue, that you have a burning desire to fulfill? Why not begin to do those things now? Why do you need a certification to do them? Why do you need a fucking certification to do them? I'm talking to you. I'm asking you a question. Why do you need a fucking certification to do them? If your certificates were burned today, how would you live your life? Will you get burned too? Values are not created in piece of paper. Values are not created in certificates. Values are created from the mind. Values are created from a will to become something. Values are created for a burning desire to fulfill purpose. Your lecturers are never going to say this to you. They are never going to teach you any of these things. Because your lecturers, most of them are dumbass and are agents of the system. They are part and parcel of the slavery we're talking about here. They make the dreams of the system come true by becoming a helpless agent. to fulfill its course. So my advice for you is to get out of the slavery route. Consider the ways of the ant and be wise. They have no leader. Neither do they have certificates. Think about it. Think about it. But well, maybe you might say, I'm not the ant, I'm not the ant, I'm a full-fledged human being. Yeah, fine, cool. But you have sense, you have brain, you have choices, you have decisions. Those are tools that are in your will. You can will them out at any time. So why do you keep making the wrong fucking ones? Why do you keep making the ones that everybody, 90% they follow this route, you too won't follow the 90% follow this route? How are you going to be any different? If there were to be a gold on the top of the mountain and 90 race towards it, and they all get the gold and they split it, it won't even be worth anything. So why are you following the 90? Why can't you be like the 10% that is going to do things differently? That is going to be brave, strong, energetic, smart, resilient, to do things differently. That's the way to escape the system. Bringing out your core value inside of you. Yes, you have it. You have those core values inside of you. It's time for you to bring it and keep it alive. And make sure that the fire is burning. He said the fire shall be burning on the altar and it shall never be put off. That is you, my friend. Keep that fire burning. You don't need school to do that. All you need is education to draw from within. That's how you keep the fire burning. That's how you keep the fire burning, by seeking and getting relevant information on the area that you need, on the area that you deem fit, on the area that interests you for you to fulfill purpose. Listen, school is not going to help you. School is not the way out. School is a big scam. It's a big fat scam. And you look at all the people that are in it, most of them are not going anywhere. So you have to decide. If you want your name in the history books, you have to decide now. If you're going to run the rat race, or you're going to come out amongst them and take a stand and make a name for yourself. Escape the fucking system.